Well, I'd say Scott Hastings, that is one of the calmest half-time speeches I've ever heard from Gordon Titchens.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think the disappointment of his team against Canada was a real body blow. And France, well, they pushed this New Zealand team all the way, didn't they? And well, he's been quite relaxed because he's exposing a couple of these new players in this New Zealand team, Dylan Collier, Lewis Ormond. He's given them a little bit of a run. We might see Jordan Bunce coming off the bench as well. But the experienced head's also giving direction, and this man in particular with two great tries in this plate final. And of course, we understand he's playing with a broken finger.
We're underway in the second half of the plate final here in Tokyo. Ormond gets first touch in the tackle of Mark Robertson. And there is Sherwin Stowers, rather. He has scored 2 tries, and that's not a great pass from Collier. Too high for Waka. And so Scotland get a chance early in the first half. Quickly recycled. Here's Gregor. They've got a good liner out here. Robertson backs his own pace. And then the pop pass coming through, looking for the intercept was Bodan Waka. He's lost it forward, and the referee says deliberately, and he's in the bin. It looked like he made an honest attempt to get the ball. And he's lost it forward, and now a real opportunity for Scotland to draw level.
Yeah, it might have been just a little bit of a lazy hand. I appreciate that he might not have been deliberate, but it was just the laziness of it. Power play for Scotland, 7 against 6 then.
Colin Gregor challenges the line. Colin Gregor's over. Too easy. No right to score that try. Well, that's the type of quality player Colin Gregor is. His 13th try of the season, and it couldn't have come at a better moment.
Try for Scotland, number 5, Colin Gregor.
Colin Gregor with the additional 2 points. Well, this is a milestone for the Scotsman. He's overtaken one of the greatest sevens players of all time, his scoring record, Wassily Sarevi. Great instinctive play here for Colin Gregor. He just teased the defence and slipped in between Joe Webber and Dylan Collier. There he is above Wassily Sarevi. So it's a pretty special list, that.
And just 8 behind Uali Mai. He is in some very good company. There's Colin Gregor. And the mistake there from the Scots after drawing level. Not putting the ball the required 10 metres, and New Zealand will just slow play down. You could see the reaction of captain DJ Forbes from that try that was scored. They should never be able to score from a set phase that close to the line so easily as Webber goes on one of those characteristic runs now. Curry with the ball in behind the player. And Scotland, remember, have never beaten New Zealand in 31 occasions, even the 15-a-side game. 14 all. As Joe Webber shows that lovely bit of footwork, and now DJ Forbes says, follow me, as every good captain does. Good tackle again, coming in from Lyle. Collier trying to tap it forward, but to the challenge was Colin Gregor, knocked on first. And Bodine Waka can't be too far away from getting his boarding pass back onto the field.
Yeah, there's the side of Joe Webber, lovely graceful runner, the stepper. And Bodine Waka just off the bench now. Is Scotland make a little change in the force? Scott Riddell comes off, and on goes Niall Godsmark into the middle of that front row. Fraser Lyle also on the pitch for Scotland.
Good player, Niall Godsmark. There's a late change yesterday in one of the games and had a real impact in it as well. As Gregor now breaks away and decides to fire the ball out wide. Where there's some space for Dean. Christine trying to get on the outside of Curry. Curry equal to the challenge, straight down and up. And losing the ball forward.
Yeah, Scott Curry penalised for not releasing quick enough in the tackle.
Do you agree with that decision?
Yeah, it has to be instantaneous. The law book says if you make the tackle, you've got to release immediately. Scotland up to play a little bit of territory then, and through their inspirational playmaker Colin Gregor. Every time you maybe question the odd missed tackle that he makes, he just keeps on popping up with the goods and scoring points for Scotland and giving them directions and running good angles.
Well, what a moment this could be for Scotland. Canada experienced it earlier, beating New Zealand 19 points to 15, 3 tries each, but the difference was the conversions as Forbes gets the ball in hand. Webber, a step, and then to Stowers back into the pocket where Curry is. This is exactly what Gordon Titchens had said at half-time. Let's just move the ball, take it from side to side. Ormond with an offload there to Waka, who spent 2 minutes in the bin. He's isolated here. Could be a turnover, and it's legal. So after all the hard work, Waka's isolated, and a knock on here from James Johnson. That's a coach killer.
Yeah. Turnover had been made as well. James Johnson just fresh off the bench as well.
He was Noel Godsmark that went across and actually got the turnover, so the impact shown from the bench.
Just tighten this side up there. Both you. Tighten this side up here, that's all.
Change for New Zealand as well. Ambrose Curtis, the 22-year-old out of Wellington.
Hang on, who's coming off?
Just watching DJ Forbes there go down between the two youngsters, Dylan Culler and Lewis Ormond.
Okay.
All tied up in the plate final here in Tokyo for 2015. Calm heads and experience required here as Forbes plays hookup. Waka to Webber, that loop around, that lost it forward. Advantage is over, and Ormond goes back. He didn't control it on the first occasion, now he has. Forbes doing a lot more running in this game as he had in the past, and hits, spins, captain on captain. Curry just slowing things down. Big frame of Scott Curry getting through the tackle of Gregor. And now Forbes again called upon to carry the ball. This is much better from DJ Forbes. Clearance coming in from Webber. Waka's there. And too slow, so Bowden Waka wants to get on with it. It hasn't found any hands, but it has found Curtis. Ambrose Curtis, big and strong as the Wellington winger. Curry's there, and so is Collier. Now they slow things down. The dancing feet of Joe Webber buys a little bit of time, and then he offloads Collier. Collier should back himself here, but the wet conditions today, some of the footwear that they are wearing, probably a problem, and Johnson goes in and steals the ball.
Yeah, Johnson with a great turnover ball there for New Zealand. Scotland got a chance here.
Well, they have got a chance, but they can't control it now. A chance for New Zealand. Collier with a beautiful pickup. The clean out required from Forbes, and Russell Ware goes in.
Well, it's been a scrappy old affair, hasn't it, Willie?
And messy, there's no doubt about that. Who wants it most?
Well, Scotland, if they hadn't turned over a ball, they've got James Fleming on the wide outside, but the delivery of the ball was poor. Godsmark knocked on. Weir was outside.
Steady before the ball. Just hold for the ball.
Plate final and put in, no, it's all down to the last 10 seconds.
Well, New Zealand have been in this position on a number of occasions. This will be the 5th time in the final. As Curtis now tries to break out, that is the siren for full time. So if we're all tied up into referee's time now, we'll go into extra time. Ormond decides to back his own pace and goes into the contact area. Waka is there as well. Now he comes back. Feeds it off to Collier. He's got his captain on the outside. Collier should release the ball there. Didn't need to, because Collier is going to put it without doubt and come around and score the crucial try that will give New Zealand the plate final for 2015.
Try for New Zealand, number 5, Dylan.
Well, Dylan Collier has given the silverware to his New Zealand team. It will be good experience for these young boys. Smart misses the tackle, and these are the thin margins of between a loss and a victory, and it's New Zealand who edge out Scotland once again.
The unbeaten record continues, 32-0. Full time here, New Zealand 21, Scotland 14.
The winning team is New Zealand.
They will be absolutely thrilled. Will the New Zealanders? Not the final that they wanted, but no doubt DJ Forbes will take the win and the points.
Well, Cap, not the silverware you wanted, but valuable points. I mean, you pretty much said it there. in terms of the World Series. Yeah, points in the bag, but definitely not the silver we wanted.
Well, one thing that really took was the whole squad effort because you had a lot of injuries this weekend.
Yeah, probably a few walking wounded out there as well. So, I mean, it's just a character. We can say all the good stuff, but end of the day, still disappointing to be here. Only positive is 13 points for the World Series.
And another thing, I suppose, leading to the actual game, that you're really a lot more solid around that breakdown area, getting support players there earlier.
Yeah, well, I mean, that costed us in the Canadian game, eh? 2 times our halfback wasn't there, and they scored on that. But I guess the beauty of this is you still have 5 new caps, guys that never played in Hong Kong, never played here, so a lot of learning curves, and hopefully we'll come out a better team for the last two.
Yeah, what's the main thing do you think you've learned for the squad over the last couple of weeks, coming from Hong Kong and then coming here to Tokyo?
Oh, I mean, I'm sure if you're a supporter, you can see we were in the finals last week, and then the plate finals here. In terms of the competition, on the day, everyone talks about it, but you can see it now. It's just on the day, if a team fronts up, you can do the business against anyone, and we paid the price.
And I have to ask, you shaved off the beard. Was it good luck or bad luck, brother?
Oh, mate, I don't know. You'd probably say bad luck, but I mean, yeah. All thoughts aside, I mean, it was a good effort. Like we see, we had a bunch of guys that were injured. To grind it out, we don't get any favours these days, and every team when they play us, regardless of how their tournament's going, they're going to lift their game. So, good on the boys in the end.
Mate, you're a proud man. You represented hard, so I will let you go over there and get some silverware. But congratulations.
Cheers, brother.
From one captain to another, former New Zealand captain Carl Tanana talking with DJ Forbes. Sherwin Stowers picked up a brace in this final, 7 for the weekend. And you kind of wonder what goes through the minds of that man there, Sir Gordon Titchens. Been at the helm of this team since 1994. They've won 13 series. Well, they were looking for their 13th series victory. They've won 12 titles. Only South Africa and Fiji have ever won a World Series. And, of course, New Zealand again losing. And Samoa, and, of course, New Zealand losing for the first time last year at the Commonwealth Games to South Africa. So 12 from 15. It's going to be a big mountain to climb in the last 2 tournaments. See whether New Zealand can make it 13 of 16. But as you heard from the New Zealand captain, a learning curve. 5 debutants brought in. And they will certainly take a lot from Hong Kong and what's required to be a professional sevens player on the circuit and have the ability to back up week after week. And now the presentation as the players come forward and introduce the Managing Director, Head of Banking, HSBC Japan, Yoshikazu Kato, and the Vice President of Japan Rugby Football Union, Masayuki Takashima, as they just go through the formalities of the handshakes, and then DJ Forbes will be presented with the plate. There it is. Not the silverware they wanted, but nonetheless, here are your plate champions for 2015 in Tokyo, New Zealand.